Hello viewers, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new around here. Today we are on board with NWPO once again. Found some NWPO replays for you all. You already know this is going to be an entertaining one. When NWPO's in the lobby, you know he's going to pull off something that you've probably never seen before already, with the crazy wave dashes and speed there to set himself up off the side. We'll almost get in the first goal of the game, but not quite. It's saved quite comfortably by the blue team. And NWPO looks for the little fake there, but realizes that the opposition is actually just stuck on the post, so he can just take the shot into the open net there. He did think about a fake, realized he didn't need to. Easy goal, easiest goal of NWPO's life, into the open net right there. But NWPO is actually playing on 116 ping, so he does play on EU servers. He is from Saudi Arabia, in case you didn't know. But yeah, he plays his ranked games on EU servers, because I guess that's where the competition is, and he prefers to play there, and the 116 ping isn't going to stop him. His teammate did get stuck in a rule 1 or something there, or was just getting bumped, and NWPO not able to get back in time. But yeah, NWPO plays his ranked games on EU servers, and the ping does not stop him, believe me. His challenges, I mean, just that challenge there, that little pop from the kickoff, that wouldn't have been easy to follow up on 116 ping. You know, that ball would not have looked as smooth as it does on the replay for us watching. So just bear that in mind while watching him do the crazy stuff that he does, because to me, it's extremely impressive. 2-all in this game. He does get demoed on the near post there. But as we know, there's a lot of Saudi Arabian players, and not just Saudi Arabia, there's a lot of players in that Middle Eastern region that do play on EU servers, and they're all very good. They're all very good. But NWPO for me is a little bit more special because of what he can do and how fast he does it, even with the lag. You know, he's still outpacing some players that don't have any lag at all. Now, I'm not saying he's lagging all over the place right now. That's a good dunk from NWPO. Look at that read. The blue team try and save the ball there, but with NWPO flying in on that angle, he knows he's going to get another touch on the ball there, and it's most likely going to drop into the opposition net, which it does so, and that's his hat-trick already in this game. A minute and a half gone. It's a very back-and-forth game, though. The blue team not going down without a fight at the moment. 3-all in this game, 6 goals inside a minute and a half. Definitely very back-and-forth, and a lot of kick-off goals. NWPO, as I said, with his hat-trick in this game. And now his teammate looking to get on the score sheet here. NWPO does have a nice lofted pass to him, and he would have had that double if it wasn't for the defending player there. But again, he was up in the air so quickly, and his first touches as well. And usually his wave dash, I mean, he found a little wave dash there, but he got away with it. Usually his wave dashes are just so clean that you don't actually even, you hardly see them. You don't even really notice that he's doing it. That's how quick and clean they are. Good shot from the blue team. I thought that was on target, but not quite. NWPO knew it wasn't on target. He didn't bother jumping for it. And that's another thing. He's not just all mechanics and pace. He's smart as well. You know, he's not all out mechanics pace. He knows when to challenge, and he knows when to get a solid contact on the ball. And the thing is with NWPO, I mean, here you can see the way the opposition team are playing. They're trying to bump him out of the game completely, and they still can't get him. And he still pulls off an insane save. Let's quickly rewatch this one. In and out save, holds himself on the roof of the goal as much as he can for as long as he can without getting bumped, and then just makes a casual save and scores in the open net. He's actually not done any too highly mechanical crazy plays yet. He's just been in the right place at the right time and been very smart with his movement as well and his positioning. He's looking for a pinch attempt there, but it does get blocked, and that is his 4th goal in this game, by the way, halfway through. NWPO just sitting on his backboard here, waiting to get some space with the ball. He does miss the flick, unfortunately. A little bit of a mistake from NWPO. Maybe the commentator's curse coming in there, as I was just saying. He rarely makes mistakes, he's very efficient, but every player makes mistakes at some point. A little bit of a mistake there from NWPO, but with 4 goals in this game, I wouldn't be surprised if he scores plenty more just yet. And there's a reset, not quite over the top of the blue team, who are keeping themselves in this game very nicely at the moment, I must admit. Even with a player like NWPO on the other team, they're doing a pretty decent job. They haven't kept him quiet, and that's the problem. You can only limit a player like NWPO. Look at that, into the bottom right corner, slots it perfectly. Perfect distance away from the defender who can't quite reach it in time. And a NWPO is one of those players who, and there's not many of them, you can't really stop them. You can only really limit what they're going to do. You know they're going to do something at some point in the game, right? They're going to do something crazy, and you're just not going to be able to stop it. So you can only limit those things. And I say that about First Killer a lot as well over in North America. But there's quite a few players, not loads, but there's a few players that are similar. But NWPO probably one of, if not the most dangerous players in the world, at least in 2v2 at the moment. Just crazy high-paced mechanics. That's all I can really say. Very efficient too. Takes the ball in the end. His opponent's going for the... Sorry, his teammate. Get the words out, Lynchy. Get your words out. His teammate is going for a bump on the defender. Apologies for that little tongue-twisting moment from myself. Decent save from NWPO. Spots the fake-ish kickoff. Doesn't really work for the blue team, but NWPO can't fire back either. Doesn't have the boost or the pace behind the ball. But look at that turn. He just so casually turned into the ball there. It's actually a good save in the end. Just so casually turned into the ball and took the ball away from the opponent. He just, as soon as he sees that space and an opportunity to challenge, he's going to go for it. He does always go for it. Even there, alright, it didn't work, but he saw the opportunity, he went for it. He doesn't second guess what he's doing. And I think that's a good thing. Sometimes it can be a bad thing, but most of the time it's a good thing. And look at that extra touch he just got at the end there over the defending player, and that is a forfeit from the blue team. Let's just rewatch that final goal. Great first touch into the ball, using the back of his car for the first touch. And just an extra little touch there with the air roll over the top of the defender. I almost forgot to mention, NWPO actually scored all 7 goals in this game as well, and got a score of 1,245. On high ping as well, bearing in mind. Yeah, very impressive stuff out of NWPO. Great plays and a great entertaining game from NWPO. There is another replay, so we're going to go over and watch that now. Okay, replay number 2, and on board with NWPO, of course. He's in the Octane this time, so he switched out from the Fennec to the Octane. A little bit of a heavy touch there, but it's okay. His teammate has him covered. NWPO looking for a demo on the way back, not quite getting it. Does pick up the 100 boost. Gonna go for a 50 here with the Octane. Of course, the same hitbox as the Fennec, but a lot of pros and a lot of players in general feel like the Fennec feels its hitbox better visually, so it gives them a bit more of an accurate hit on the ball, if you like. Yes, it's the same hitbox, but visually, you know, it's a bit more easier to see where exactly the hitbox is, because the Fennec feels that hitbox a bit better than the Octane does. 1-0 in this game for NWPO and his teammate. And NWPO with a good assist there to his teammate. Not sure what's going on here. The ball is just sitting there for the orange team to take. NWPO goes all the way back. It's a wasteful flick for the orange team. He couldn't quite catch up with the ball in the end. He did get a decent 50 though. But NWPO's teammate is there for the double save. And NWPO have 100 boost. Just trying to warm up in this game. It's quite weird seeing NWPO in an Octane, because I'm not sure if I've ever seen him in an Octane before. Usually he is in a Fennec. So a little bit something different for NWPO. Decent shot from his teammate, who gets a nice read as well off of the post. 2-0 in this game, and NWPO so far a little bit quiet, but he has been a bit of a menace. He's just sort of driving around at a high pace looking for bumps, laying off some good passes to his teammate, and now he's going for the in and out save, which he loves doing, and I don't think I've seen him fail it yet, honestly. At least not in this video. That's probably the 3rd or 4th time we've seen him do that in one video. He fakes the challenge there, decides to take it to the sidewall, gets 100 boost, does get clipped on the way up, but mostly avoids the bump. He recovers well, fakes the reset, I think, unless he didn't get the reset. Almost faked out the opponent though, and it is 3-0 in this game. The teammate again, NWPO's teammate taken over after NWPO's dangerous plays, and he just comes in and sweeps up after NWPO, who is, let's be honest, putting his teammate in very good positions so far in this particular replay. And NWPO does get demoed again at the back, but it is safe. The ball isn't coming towards him. He does get a little bit bumped there from his teammate on respawn. Probably could have challenged that one for his teammate, but it's not too bad. His teammate does get the save anyway. And a decent 50 again. NWPO can probably follow this one up. He goes quick. Beats the orange team comfortably to the ball. Looking for a shot on the near post, but not quite. Maybe he's just warming up to the Octane. He doesn't look his usual self. Well, I mean, he's playing well, don't get me wrong, they're 3-0 up, but NWPO in an Octane looks a little bit slower. Now is him and his teammate getting a little bit mixed up. Can he read this off the backboard though? Not quite. I mean, he gets a touch, but it's not a great aerial. The touch actually much better than I thought it was. He somehow recovered and was still behind the ball there. And the touch took it around the defender. I think he kind of faked it. Maybe the defender thought it was going to be a better touch than it was. It's a good fake kickoff though. Can he redirect that? Not quite. Almost. He is 4-0 up in this game, and he does have 3 assists. And his teammate does have the hat-trick halfway through this game. NWPO demoed again, and it is going to be a goal for the opposition, which we didn't quite see, because NWPO wasn't on the pitch at the time. 4-1. Over halfway through this game now. Can NWPO do anything crazy in this game like he did in the first game. I think this game so far, he's just allowing his teammate to sweep up after him. I mean, NWPO's putting him in the dangerous places, or putting the opposition in dangerous positions. And again, just like that, getting the bump on the opposition, and his teammate just comes in and sweeps up, and that is going to be an early forfeit for the orange team. So NWPO, in this game, very effective, just like the first replay. But in this one, he took a quite different role, and I don't know if that maybe is something to do with the car change. Maybe it makes him feel a little bit slower in the Octane, so he took a slightly slower role in this replay, and was sort of taking that second player role where he was doing a lot of work off of the ball. So he was carrying the ball forward and dropping the ball in dangerous positions, don't get me wrong. But also doing a lot of bumps off of the ball, allowing his teammate to come in and score 4 goals in this game. Again, NWPO doing that role, that bumping role on 108 ping. Definitely not easy. Definitely not easy at all. But very entertaining player nonetheless, whether he's in a Fennec or an Octane. Very entertaining. And that's quite interesting, to be honest, to me. He looked very different in the Octane to the Fennec. I know I've said that. That's quite an interesting thing. Maybe he was just giving the Octane a run for a game just to see. I don't know. I think have I seen him in an Octane before? It's possible I have, but usually he does run the Fennec, and he looks very clean in the Fennec. So yeah, interesting to see him in the Octane. But if you guys did enjoy this video, do consider leaving a like on the video and subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't done so already. I do really appreciate it. Thank you to the people that keep on returning to the videos. I'm glad you are enjoying them, and I do appreciate the support that I get from the commenters as well. It's really appreciated. So thanks a lot, and I'll speak to you all very soon.